Welcome, everyone, to our UFC 203 breakdown. Again, fuck Audacity. Fuck you, Audacity. We recorded this again and again. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Stupid fucking thing.
All right.
Damn it.
First fight. Jessica Andrade versus Jonah Calderwood. Andrade looks like a dude. USADA should check her. First fight done. Yeah. Next fight, Jimmy Rivera versus Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber. So Jimmy Rivera, weird guy. Not weird guy. Okay, so he's ranked number 12. Uriah Faber ranked number 2. So this is a big fight for him. He was landing these weird...
Should have been, yeah.
Landing these weird 3-punch combinations, and like Logan, he landed a leg kick and some combinations and then get back in this stance. Very awkward, very weird. And then he would get back in this stance. And then later on you find out in his post-fight interview, he was talking about they were expecting Uriah Faber to take him down a lot.
Yeah.
So that made a little bit more sense. He's getting back in this stance to block a takedown.
Right.
He's expecting to throw some strikes and get taken down. So it just looked like he had no killer instinct throughout the match because he wouldn't finish him.
Right, and by round 3, you think he would have figured that out, I'm not going to get taken down, and actually engaged with the killer instinct and whoop some ass.
And he said he was going to do that, but then he got eye poked and it fucking caved in his eye because Uriah Faber's a bitch.
Yeah, after kicking him in the balls.
Yeah,
in the second
and kick
round.
him in the balls. California kid, my ass. You're almost 40 years old. Give up butt chin. Yeah. Fucking Team Alpha Male sucks cock. Next fight, Mickey Gall versus CM Punk. So Mickey Gall comes out to, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
And apparently Dana White was going to veto this because he didn't want it coming out. Why? Who knows? Maybe he's too manly for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was Night of Weird Songs. Yep. The man, Jessica Andrade, came out to One Direction. And so, just weird choices and things. CM Punk comes out to Cult of Personality.
Yep, which was pretty cool. Gets a good crowd pop for that.
At least somewhat going back to his wrestling roots. I mean, he may say he likes the song and everything, but that is the song he's known for through wrestling. So he does go back to that. So when the fight starts, Punk charges in, Gall charges in. For some reason, Punk looks like he's about to throw a punch, stops, and then just like runs right into a takedown.
And gets taken down. And even the pre-fight stuff that they're showing, it shows CM Punk kind of blocking for takedowns.
Yeah, he knew it was coming.
For that.
Like, this is what they were training for, and apparently not enough training. So he gets taken down, he gets worked, and Rogan is even talking about this is why brown belts don't face white belts in competitions. Didn't even know before till like a week ago that Gall was a brown belt. And that was the one thing I thought that Punk would have a chance in because it was talked about doing jiu-jitsu before back in the WWE days. So I was like, okay, at least he has some jiu-jitsu game. So he can work the ground. And for overall, if you take someone to the ground, it's easier to punch him in the face on the ground than it is standing up.
Right.
Than experiencing the sweet science of knocking someone out, moving your head back and forth, and punching someone while you're standing.
And he got in 6 punches on his back. But
his mom fucking tallied that up for him. I didn't see no 6 punches. What the fuck are they talking about? And Gall just works him, and it just chokes him out. Bloodies him up. 2 minutes and 14 seconds just to beat down.
Yeah.
His ears all jacked up. His face is all fucked up. He looks like he was in a war. It was like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It was an ass kicking. I give him this though. He wasn't much of a pansy. That he took some hard shots and he didn't go out.
Yeah.
He was intelligently defending himself the whole time. He was blocking what he could. He never went out. He never seemed like he got laid out or anything like that. He was just trying to block and run out the clock. And instead he got choked out.
Yeah. So it was kind of he cut a good promo at the end. Talking about not giving up and parents, teachers, or whoever coaches are telling you can't do something just to push through that.
I will be back, believe it or not. This was the most fun I've ever had in my life. Second best night of my life, besides marrying my wife, obviously. I know there's a lot of doubters, but listen, life's about, falling down and getting up. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down, it's about getting back up. So if there's any kid out there that's told by a parent or a coach or a teacher or somebody that they look up to, somebody that's supposed to push them and believe in them, and they're told no, don't listen to them. Believe in yourself. Sometimes the outcome isn't always what you desire it to be. But the true failure in life is not trying at all. I know that sounds preachy and kind of weird for a guy who just got beat up, but this is a time in my life. Thank you, Cleveland.
Thank you for having the balls to do this, sir. And I look forward to seeing you continue your journey. CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen.
He had balls, went out there. I kind of wish he would have went a little bit longer, but this is what was expected.
Yeah, the funny thing about his speech, though, is I think it would have worked if he won or lost.
Right. It was probably pre-written.
Yeah, so it was just kind of funny. Punk probably needs to go down to the amateurs, fight a couple amateur fights first, actually get in the cage with somebody that's gonna knock him out, not sparring and stuff like that. He needs to get in a cage with someone that's actually trying to beat him.
Right.
and get some experience there. Then maybe come up for another fight. He might be able to come back in the next 3 to 4 months, maybe, for another fight.
That would be kind of cool. He's getting up there in age. It'd be cool if, he could turn around something else. I know his ears are a little busted up and he's got some stitches, but...
Yeah, and the way some athletic commissions work is that, when you're injured like that, they hold you from having any combat training or anything like that, no contact. You might have to wait a little bit. We'll see what happens. Probably should face a guy that's like 1-1 or 1-0, has like a Muay Thai or some kind of striking background.
Yeah, hopefully the next fight is kind of built a little bit better for him. The next UFC fight, if he does go to amateurs.
I mean, they don't have to give him the win. People kind of would want to see with him actually throwing some hands and actually maybe landing one. And if he gets knocked out on his ass like I wanted, he would have been funny. The best part, the thing I wanted in the beginning of the fight, because Gall had nothing to worry about, is he should just ran out there and just did a flying knee or kick.
Right, knocked him out.
And just knocked him out, highlighted that shit, make it a 5-second fight and call it a day.
Collect your paycheck and go home.
Yep. So next fight we have is Fabricio Verdum versus Travis Browne. So this wins weirdest the fight of the night.
Yeah.
With the random shit. Verdum thinks he's a lightweight and can do all these fucking moves.
He's doing some cartwheel kicks and just random shit.
Fucking heavyweight trying to do these somersault kicks or whatever the fuck they are. And then he's trying to do a flying knee bar, jumping up, which you see like in... 145 class, and it's just random shit.
He did get that flying kick right at the beginning of the fight,
which they fucked up on the camera angle.
yeah, because it came out of nowhere.
It was like something out of fucking Power Rangers with his flying sidekick, like "Hiya!" or Mastodon, and just fucking kick him right in the face.
Yeah, so you're one fight off on the flying.
Yeah, on the flying knockout in the beginning, almost.
Yeah,
almost had him, and then the weird dislocation of the finger and the timeout. These refs are not the normal refs that we see a lot of the times, because mostly UFC does stuff on the West Coast, or if they go out of country, and those referees usually follow them. But it was on the East Coast, so for some reason they didn't have the normal guys. These refs were probably from amateurs or they're boxing refs. One of the two. Apparently they don't, USADA doesn't check the refs. Because that one little mighty midget motherfucker was, goddamn, he was wearing like a fucking medium and he needs like a large or extra large, like, I don't know what the fuck. And he's like 3 feet tall. Right. Like this little leprechaun motherfucker running up to you. And he just calls a random timeout in the middle of the fight. The weirdest thing I'd probably have ever seen in a fight. Yeah. It was just fucking random.
You thought he broke his glove.
Yeah, I thought the glove ripped or something, so they needed to replace the glove. Because that you stop a fight for, because that's, the equipment is failing. No, he fucking dislocated his finger, which would happen in any fight. Like, if you get kicked in the leg and your kneecap goes out of place or, something like that. It's just an injury that happens in a fight. You don't call a timeout for that. Unless, usually what they do for some injuries, like if there's a cut above the eyebrow or something, the blood's just pouring in the eyes and stuff, they usually try to get someone they get the doctor in there to try to clean it up at least a little bit. Yeah. But other than that, that was just weird. That whole fight was fucked up. And then, for some reason, at the end, the fans are booing the shit out of Verdum. Verdum's doing the crybaby thing with his hands. And going to the crowd, taunting the crowd, and then turns around and one of the coaches starts jawing off to him.
Yeah, one of Browne's trainers or whatever.
And then so he front kicks him. He's like, what the fuck is going on? This is the most exciting part of the fight. And one of Verdum's coaches starts pulling him away. Right. And then it looks like he's about to whip his ass. Right. Like, it's just fucking weird.
And then he backed down and was like, okay, just do whatever you want.
Don't kill me. Don't cartwheel kick me. Oh, wait, I can avoid that. Fucking stupid. Weirdest fight of the night. And then also, real quick, on the scoring. The scoring was 29-28, which means Browne got one round. 30-27, Verdum won all rounds. And one had it 29-27. Figure that one out. Next, we have Stipe Miocic versus Alistair Overeem. Again, another weird fight. This night was full of weird fights and weird music choices. Yeah. So then Overeem lands a body shot with a straight left, knocks him on his ass. The shit was like out of a video game. One guy rocked the other one, the other guy rocked him. It just kept going back and forth for one round. Right, yeah. It was insane. It was just weird. And Overeem, for some reason, his strategy was to save as much energy as he could and just run. Right, which at the end of it was pointless because it didn't even make it into the second round. And he was just sprinting, like he was hardcore running around that fucking cage. Like, it wasn't just a jog, it was a run. Right. Just going and going and going. And then Miocic hits him on the cage, starts getting some punches, starts rocking Overeem. Then Overeem comes back with another body shot and then an overhand right, I think it was. Fucking rocks Stipe. And it's just back and forth, back and forth. Finally, Overeem goes for that, knee kick, that straight knee kick. And then gets tripped up by Miocic. Miocic gets him on the ground, postures up, and just starts doing some basic ground and pound and just breaks the forearm, just breaks the defense of Overeem and just starts pounding the shit out of him.
Yeah, and it was very weird the way that he just kind of walks up there real gentle and goes, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Just wham, wham, wham. Just punched him like 2 times in the throat.
And then even at one point, he like pulls his arms apart, you know, like an older brother would do, picking on the younger sibling, and just starts punching him even more.
Earlier in the fight, when Overeem landed the leg kick and then the straight left that knocked Miocic on his ass in the beginning, he went for a guillotine. So he goes for the guillotine. He's kind of working it, and Miocic works his way out. Then so when the fight ends, fucking Overeem was knocked out.
Yeah.
And you could when Miocic was doing his victory lap, you could see in the background, like, Overeem's trying to get up, and he keeps falling back down.
Yeah, he's having a hard time.
Yeah, a little bit. Just got pounded in the face.
Yeah. His head bouncing off the canvas and everything.
Bad. They put that shit in slow-mo off.
Yeah.
So in the post-fight, Overeem is talking to Joe Rogan, which was kind of funny. And and he's like, oh, when I put the guillotine on him, I felt him tap.
Yeah.
You know? And Joe Rogan's like, really? All right, let's get a nice camera angle here for everybody.
Yeah, that was the best part. He's like, oh, okay, well, then we can get it from the truck. You know, like, oh, that's not a problem. We'll get it live right now. And then you could show us. And then he even goes into, okay, well, we didn't really see the tap from that angle. Let's show a different angle. So he's like, is completely calling him out on his bullshit.
It was hilarious. It was funny as shit. He kept pointing him out, giving him all these different slow-mo angles. I don't see where he tapped.
Yeah, did you see it there? And then after the fight, Joe Rogan's like, oh, well, you know, he did just get knocked out.
You think he tapped, and you think that, did you let go when you felt like he tapped?
Yes, the referee didn't come in, so, but he clearly tapped.
Well, let's take a look at it. We'll have the truck pull it, and let's look at the big screen. Let's take a look at it right here. You dropped him, you had him hurt, you grabbed a hold of the guillotine, you held on strong. We'll take a look at the whole thing in slow motion. Tell us when you see the tap. Here it is, you got it locked up. You felt like it was in the beginning? Did you see it there? You didn't see it there, but you felt it. We'll take a look at it one more time from another angle and see if we can isolate it, just to give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll see it one more time. Here's the punch. You dropped him. You had him hurt. You grabbed a hold of his neck. Where do you see the tap? That looks like he's trying to find his way through your arms. Well, it didn't look like a tap to us, but I understand that you felt that way, and thank you for a great fight.
He's a little confused. Yeah. So that was the weirdest UFC card in a long time. Mm-hmm. Just some random shit, probably because they're on the East Coast, and the East Coast is all fucked up. West Side. And then hopefully they come out of this, and Dan Henderson, Michael Bisping is a better one. This card was very disappointing.
Yeah.
That concludes our UFC 203 breakdown, bitches.
0.2 or 0.5 because this is the fucking second time we're recording
and we spitball this shit. Fuck that crap. I'm not talking about it again. Please check out our YouTube channel and or podcast at Comic Movie Marks, and check us out on iTunes or any podcast-supported app by Android like Podcast Republic.
And follow us on all social media. We are at Comic Movie Marks on Facebook, Twitter, and the Instagram.
And check out our Instagram or Facebook because we're going to have our Week 1 picks up for the football season and our new segment, Laces Out.
Finkel and Einhorn?
Einhorn and Finkel. Einhorn and Finkel. Einhorn and Finkel.